Good morning to one and all. My name is Rajshekar A.S., Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Government First Grade College for Women's. Now today taking the class for final BSc 5th Sem, Astrophysics. Subtopic is Stages of Stars and Chandrasekhar Limit. Lear- Learning objectives to understand the Chandrasekhar mass limit, to know about the different stages of stars. Session outcomes Chandrasekhar mass limit is understood. Different stages of stars are known. To Chandrasekhar mass limit. Chandrasekhar gave the radius mass relationship for white dwarf. So, what is white dwarf? Star mass. Now, to understand the Chandrasekhar mass limit. Chandrasekhar gave the radius of mass relationship for the white dwarf. White dwarf is the end stage of the stellar evolution. What is a stellar evolution? The process from the birth to death of the star called stellar evolution. The first is birth of a star, main sequence, or young star, red giant, and white dwarf. At the end stage, the mass inward. So, star mass is less than 1.44 of solar mass. The end product is white dwarf. According to the density of real white dwarf is not a constant but decreases from maximum value at the center to almost zero at the surface. Okay, Chandrasekhar limit is the relation between the mass relationship, the white dwarf. So according to Chandrasekhar limit is equal to 1.45 mass of the solar mass. No white dwarf found to have mass greater than the Chandrasekhar limit. If there is a greater than mass limit, there is no Chandrasekhar mass limit. Life cycle of a star. What is life cycle? The life cycle of a star is called stellar evolution. In a stellar evolution, we study about the birth, growth, and how to star ends its life. Life cycle means the star, how to start born, and how to star end at the life, and how to growth of the stars. Different stages of the life cycle. Okay, so first one is birth of a star, main sequence, red giant, white dwarf, neutron stars, black holes. These are the stages of the stars. So we are understanding the first stages. So when the large cloud of hydrogen contracts to the gravitational force of attraction, its gravitational energy is converted into heat energy. Assume that according to viral theorem, the clouds start eating up and every atom of the hydrogen cloud is filled towards the center. This stage is called protostar. This is the first stage. Second one is, it depends on the mass. The star depends 90% of the lifetime in this stage. So main sequence of the star. In this stage, main sequence of the star, second stage is the hydrogen producing helium, and the temperature is in the 30,000 to 500 K. Next one is red giant. In the stages of red giant, when all the hydrogen core converted into helium, Due to fusion reaction, the thermonuclear fusion reaction, all the hydrogen atom of the inner core is converted into helium. So at the end, energy will be stopped in this stage due to the pressure contraction. The stars at the position of the red gain stage. In this stage, main sequence of the star, gravitational pull and inward pressure is balanced at equilibrium position. But in this stage, it is not equilibrium position. So the stars will be, the pressure will be decreases, energy will be decreases when this stage is called red gain stage. Next one is white dwarf. In this stage, white dwarf, star Chandrasekhar limit is very important. These stages are depending on the mass. Star mass less than 1.44 of the solar mass. The end product is white dwarf. Next stage is neutron star. End product of the evolution of the star whose mass lies between 1.44 solar mass to the 3 solar mass. Mass of the star exceeds 1.44, exceeds the Chandrasekhar limit. The outward electron degeneracy pressure, cannot balance inward gravitational pull. The star continuously contracts the capture by proton by the heavy nucleus and neutron star forms. So these are called neutron stars. The last stage, the mass of the star is greater than 3 solar mass, called black holes. This stage is called red gain stage. What is red gain? It's an aged group, aged stars. So when all the hydrogen in the core is converted into helium due to this this stage is called red gain stage. What is a red gain stage? The third is stages of the evolution of the star. After the birth of the star are completing the protostar or baby stars, and next one is young stage, main sequence of the star. In this stage, the nuclear fusion reaction takes place, the enormous amount of energy will be released at this stage. Next stage, when all the hydrogen atom are converted into helium atom due to the thermonuclear fusion reaction takes place, and the energy will be stopped. In this stage, the pressure contraction towards the gravitational pull, it's imbalance. So this stage is called red gain stage. In the red gain stage, the core will be shrink, temperature will be rises. You see the figure, helium heat surrounded the hydrogen. Nuclear energy is released faster rate, absorbs the radiation and expands. Size will be increases. Surface temperature now drops 3000 Kelvin to 4000 Kelvin, appears red in color. It's a red in colors. Neutron stars. Neutron star, after the completion of white dwarfs, exceeds the mass lies between the 1.44 solar mass to the 3 solar mass. Mass of the star exceeds Chandrasekhar limit. The outward electron degeneracy process cannot balance inward gravitation pull. The star continuously contraction takes place to capture by protons of the heavy nucleus. The heavy nucleus, the proton will be captured by protons by the heavy nuclei and neutron stars are formed. This stage is called neutron stars. Neutron mass of the star approaches Chandrasekhar mass limit, degenerating electrons are produced. Electrons are captured by proton to produce neutrons. Core contains only neutrons. Core contain in the neutron, because of that mass will be the mass of the star exceeds 1.44 mass of the solar mass. So the nuclei, a heavy nuclei, is completely filled with neutrons. It's called neutron state. We see the figure white dwarf. What is white dwarf? It's also end stage. Star mass is less than 1.44 mass of the solar mass. The end product is called white dwarf. So white dwarf, carbon oxygen core surrounded by the helium. Star continues to contract. Radius decreases. Densities also increases. Electrons are stripped out of the atoms. Just radiate the thermal energy cooling to medium. It is death. It is an end product. The black hole is also end product of the evolution of the star. His mass is greater than the 3 times of mass of the sun. If the mass of the star exceeds 3 solar mass, then even neutron's degeneracy pressure cannot balance the gravitational contraction. The star continues to contract towards the infinite density. When it reaches critical radius called Schwarzschild radius RS, its gravitational field become so high that even light cannot escape from it. So, in this stage, the radius, it is defined as the critical radius. A star becomes black hole. It contains the critical radius, so which a star became black hole. The massive neutron star could continue to contract into the infinite dense object is called black hole, a place from which nothing can escape, not even light. So, very compact mass in the deformation of the space-time. So, in this class, we are all discuss about the different stages of star evolution or evolution of star. Birth of a star, protostar, or the main sequence of the star, red giant, white dwarf, neutron star, black hole. So these are the mainly depending on the mass and energy of the star. Okay. So now using the reference in the class, Dr. N. Sundarajan, College of Physics and Fundamental Physics, Understanding Physics. Thank you for watching video.